So I have a wee surprise for you. This is a French defence, and the surprise is it's not F5. This was a 3-minute game played 34 minutes ago. Yes, I do other things other than here and there a game of chess. And so this is not F5 French. Okay, so here we go. Let's have a look at this game. And then I'm out of here. Okay, so Queen B3, and sometimes I play D4 when I get these sorts of situations. And by the way, if ED5, then I have been playing C6, which transposes into Caro-Kann lines, where white is greedy for winning a pawn in the opening, which isn't always advised. It's okay, but it's just not a good idea. So here came C6. And here's proof. After E5, I do not play F5. I could, but I don't. I play Queen B6. So this is just offering a queen swap, of course, quickly on move 5 already. And so we would be in the end game, would we? Or would we be a middle game without queens on? What is the answer to that question? I do not know, and nor have I found out as of yet. Knight F3, and here comes the move I really want to play. Very, very important move. Developing at the same time, but getting my bishop out there. I could go bishop G4, but I played bishop F5. Knight C3 and Knight D7. Still, the queens are able to be exchanged between both parties. Bishop E2 and Knight C5. Now this promotes the idea of Queen B6, which happens. Knight D4. So here came Knight D3 check, and white opted for King F1 rather than Bishop D3, which probably wasn't very good. Bishop takes D3 after Knight D3 check. Bishop G6, of course, as it's been attacked, and it also defends the important piece on D3, the knight, the stallion, the lonely stallion, or whatever we want to say, the leaping, cavorting, jugular piece, the Sir. F4. Okay, so I think that's just a mistake, so I take it, but I might be wrong. Bishop F3, Bishop D3 check. King F2. So what would you play now? And as per usual, I'm not saying it's the best move on the planet. Here I played the following: Bishop C5 and King E3 happened. So your move now, what would you play now? And I'll just repeat what I've just said. Here's G5 and B4. So this is interesting. I probably can just about take on B4, but not really, can I? Because if I take on B4, then I'm going to meet G3 next move. So it's not a bad move. So I went to clear some of the smoke away. I went Bishop D4, as it is a wee bit smoky, this position. King D4, and now the bishop returns to G6 to prevent G3 threat. Now my opponent goes King E3, and I play a developing move, which is actually quite strong. It's starting to flow quite nicely, this position for black, especially the moves, is Knight E7. Now, this just threatens moves like Knight F5, Okay, so knight f5 check. It also threatens maybe something else. I mean, I am very keen on the idea of playing d4 and king d4 and castling. So knight e7, and I believe white is on the back foot. d4. So your next move is easy to find. I've already said it. It's not castling. It's why castle? Because the queens are off, and I'm not going to get checkmated with those pieces, am I? Played knight f5 check, king f2, knight d4. Pick up a pawn, see a pawn, pick it up, put it in your coffee cup. g3, and then this knight can go to here, but I went to e6 to support the knight on d4 in white's camp. So knight e6 from f, bishop e3, and knight f3. And here is the end of the game after king f3, d4. That's all, and I hope you enjoyed that game. A bit of a change, isn't it, to bring something to you from the French defence without playing f5 in the whole game. Look, see, the f pawn is still on f7.